For anybody that tells me to move, there's really no places you can really afford when you're on disability. This poor woman here has been approved by MAID, which is a free government medical procedure to put you down like a dog with no soul. She's been given more support to die than to stay alive. That's where we're at, folks. More support to die than stay alive. And that's what we get downtown East End, Vancouver.
This year's Hometown Heroes lottery
Anyway, you can take a look
is a 10 out of...
I don't want to go through the ad, but it's pretty disgusting. Let's take a look.
10
grand prize options.
Turning now to a topic that can be difficult to talk about, dying. Requests for medical assistance in dying are increasing in BC and across the country, but they're not always from those with a terminal illness. We're beginning to hear more stories about people feeling it's their only recourse from excruciating circumstances. Our Penny Daflos joins us. Penny, you've been working on stories exploring the expansion of MAID in this country, and you spoke to a woman who was approved for death, even though she really wants to live.
Yeah, Mijang, I'm going to introduce you to Kat. That is not her real name, but given the sensitivity of the story, she's asked us to call her that. She has a rare medical condition, and after years of what she calls inadequate medical care, Kat has applied for MAID. She was hoping it would get her more help. Instead, she has been approved for help to die. Kat is in her late 30s, and Fraser Health will help her die.
I have an open invitation, for lack of a better phrase.
But she wants to live as long as possible, even though she's in severe pain.
My suffering was validated to the extent of being approved for MAID. No additional resource has opened up.
She has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a genetic connective tissue disorder. That means joints easily dislocate and skin, tendons, and organs don't work like they should. For Kat, walking is difficult and even sitting is painful.
I know the system well, and yet I haven't been able to navigate and ascertain the resources that I need.
EDS is a rare disease with no cure and few treatment options. She does not have a family doctor, and though she's seen dozens of specialists, Kat believes BC's public healthcare system is not set up to care for people with complex and rare illnesses, also living in poverty.
I can't afford the resources that would help improve my quality of life.
Initially, medical assistance in dying, MAID for short, was only approved for Canadians with terminal illnesses. But now anyone who's suffering can apply.
I just think she didn't want to be a burden.
Which has raised serious ethical questions that the elderly, chronically ill, and disabled could feel pressure to choose death in the face of insufficient social and medical supports.
When people are backed into a corner, living in poverty, it doesn't feel like a choice anymore.
Kat's options are also fading. Her EDS complications have led to organ failure, and she now weighs just 89 pounds. She thought applying for MAID could lead to more help or palliative care, but it hasn't.
I feel like I'm falling through the cracks. So if I'm not able to access health care, am I then able to access death care? It is far easier to let go than keep fighting for additional resource.
Penny, a lot of people don't realize the changes in assisted dying legislation. People no longer require a terminal diagnosis, and soon mental illness will qualify?
That's likely coming by March, actually, which is why advocates are so concerned. Healthcare, whether it's supporting the availability of mental health practitioners, that is, or caring for those with rare diseases, it's all expensive and complex to plan. Tomorrow, we're going to look at the bigger picture and fears people like Kat may increasingly be falling through the cracks, quite frankly, Mijang.